Amazing, amazing, amazing. Okay. Lion contacts you and requests help. She came across a small installation run by a rogue VI intelligence. Lion is a 49 CSEC officer, blah, 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 blah. We do not care about that. All we want to do is go fight the VIs. Welcome back to episode 9 of the BloodPack, you beautiful people. Start this episode off, we do need to put a little entrance in here so we can have a rat run, because a couple times we've had some people caught out here, which is less than ideal. If we have an entrance here, that hopefully won't happen. And then we're also going to need to get this processor room set. This is going to take a bit of work, but once it's done, it is going to help out the base quite a lot. As for what we're doing for research, we're going to go straight for a multi-analyzer. This is going to give us a research speed boost, which is going to be super needed into the reinforced walls, into the autonomy, into bionics. And then from the bionics, we are going into... I can't see. Oh yeah, into improved cabinets. And that is going to be a lot of research that we need doing, because we are on tribal tech. So learning new stuff takes a very long time. But we do have a couple good Krogan researchers and one Vorcha researcher that should be able to start working through that. What we have done is we're putting the steel floor so it gets the cleanliness bonus. With the cleanliness bonus, it should help us do some research quicker. We can then smash in the multi-analyzer here, and then maybe a couple filing cabinets once we get that research done. Okay, Caravan arrived not at a real place, and that is good. So this is how we're going to start. Starting the raid straight off with some drill coming in. Watch out, they appear to be unusually clever. So these are sappers. Hopefully we haven't done too much here. Right, yeah, they might come through this bit. This could be a issue, so let's go form up a gun line here, and then we can start moving people around onto these bits. We're going to be in a fairly decent defensive position. Belakar, how mashed up are you? Oh, you should be fine. Why are you moving so slowly? 3.1. Oh, it's your helmet is slowing you down quite a lot. And the drill are fairly fast. Not super quick, but fairly quick. And let's hope... Igniting Wind Horseshoe Pin. What? This is weird, right? So, Silver Ore meteorite has come down on this, which is a geothermal vent. And then we also had another meteorite come down on this geothermal vent. So I'm not sure if one of the mods is messing up the coding, which is making meteorites want to land on geothermal vents. But that, I think, is the only time I've ever seen a meteorite land on a geothermal vent. And now it's just happened twice. Okay, these guys don't seem to want to come through here, which is cool. So they're going to go around, which means we have the decent kill zone. So we're going to be able to blast them to pieces, which is cool. We've got a roof collapse there for some reason. And that looks like another meteorite. Yeah, cool. Belakar is just about getting into the kill zone now, so he should be fine. As soon as these guys come around the corner, they are just going to get lit up. Should be a nice quick battle, methinks, as they come in. They haven't got too much close combat stuff. So thankfully the drill, when they come in, they don't really use close combat weapons, which obviously is good for us. And they don't really have that heavier armor either, so they're fairly easy to shoot through. They do like flamers, not a crazy amount, and they do use a bit of explosives. But yeah, the drill just aren't too scary so long as you're in a situation just to gun them down, which we are, and we're doing quite alright. And yeah, they're already running away, so nice and easy. That's just a bunch of leather for us. Belakar looks like he did get slotted in the end. The reason he's going slow is if you look on his gear, he's got a protective helmet, which is a decent enough bit of kit, but minus 0.5 to the moving. And what does the chainmail do? Minus 0.1, so that's minus... Oh, and he's also got a large backpack, which is also minus 0.3. So yeah, that's about like 90 odd %. Well, 0.95 I think, if my maths is right. That's how much he's slowed down by. So nearly 25%, which is fairly slow. What we have done over here though is we have the biofuel refineries put in. And this is going to produce a bunch of chem fuel. Then we're going to put a little hole into the back here, and then this is going to be the overflow area for once we start stripping the corpses and all the bodies come off, and then we'll have like a granite door or something. Then all of the tainted apparel goes into there. We throw like an incinerate or a Molotov in, and that all burns. Then once we are really set, it's going to be a little ways away, we will have our smelter tables. On those smelter tables we can set the bill so that it smelts down apparel. So then we're going to be able to get a whole bunch of plasteel and steel from like suits of power armor and that, which is going to be super good for us. That is a lot of resources that we're going to be able to get. And we also noticed over here, we still got that like 4,000 odd silver that nobody has picked up. So, Crank, you're going to be busy. Let's go run from fire. Can you haul all of that for me, please, mate? A Shaman Merchant has just come through, and what they did have for us, which is super good, is a brain template for a worker. We'll actually pick 2 of those up. So the templates, when you put them into the cloning vats, they give you a boost. So a brain template for a worker gives you plus 50% manipulation and plus 50% to your speed, which is insane. Infiltrator is probably my second favourite. So an Infiltrator will give you plus 50 to sight, hearing and talking. So super good for people that want to talk. As far as the combat one goes, it's really not that great. It's only like 5% to your sight and 15% minus to pain, which isn't something that we're too interested in. So the plan with the Overflow Room is pretty simple. We get the Incinerate, we drop it in, we leave, and then we close the door. And that will go in and that will burn all of this stuff. There's a few things in here that we could smelt down, but right now we just don't have the manpower or the processing speed to do it. But this is just going to be a really quick way to be able to go in, process through everything, then anything we don't need we can get rid of. So we've got our guys over here, but as they destroy the corpses, it strips all their kit off them, which in some playthroughs is super useful and super good, but for us right now it is just kind of going to get in the way. But we're still going to keep doing it because we can get a lot from it, so it's going to work wonders until we can get our ye old factory kit, and then that we can break down the bodies and turn them into the Nutrimane. With that Nutrimane, obviously Nutrimane's a super useful thing to have, but it doesn't strip the kit off them, which is going to work a little bit better for us. But also means we're now going to have a supply of tainted armors, and Vultures don't mind wearing tainted kit, which works really well for us as well. We do have this Vulture just shown up, so this is on the Rim Deed, and Chinook, I believe that's how you say it, probably not. But already coming with Psychopath, which is super good, energetic, and beautiful. Good with animals, not that we're really going to use them for animals, but a good template to start with, and plus 5 in shooting. So they are not going to take much work to actually become beasts. And why are you 2000? Smoke leaf tolerant, large, okay, not massive thing there. Not sure why they would be so expensive though, but they're 2000. Which isn't a massive issue. Then we have Broad here, who's temperature tolerant, night owl, heat tolerant, nimble and jogger. Good with animals and can potentially do construction. So we'll pick them up as well. So now that's 2 more Vulture for the crew. And anyone else that's Vulture around here? No, we do have Paradon. Maybe. That might be how you say it. Can do crafting, but cold intolerant and rowdy mixed with abrasive, that is not going to make anyone happy. But I think that will do. Those 2 Vultures are going to be super useful. Off the back of that, we called in a exotics good trader, and they have 4 skill trainers in crafting, 1 in intellectual, which we will take, and then they've also got another one in shooting. That's going to set us back 5,000. And that, I think, is all we are going to get from them. What about this power arm? What are you like? Body efficiency, yeah, no, still 100%, no point in that. And now we just have a whole bunch of bugs. So we were hunting some alpacas, and then someone must have shot a stray shot and hit one of these ship chunks. So that's going to be a bunch of donkeys that we're probably going to lose unless I put them into area 1, and hopefully they can pull through before the bugs get onto them, which it's not looking like. What we will need to do then is put down a couple animal sleeping spots. So if they don't get killed outright, then we can move them across. Our guys are moving into position okay. We've only got a couple people out of position, it looks like. Well, we've got 5 there. So still a chunk of the base. The new guys, like Chinook and Board, all have their own weapons now, so they should be okay. Don't have the best equipment, but then, to be fair, none of our guys have super good equipment. Other than maybe Urgonaut. Urgonaut's in some pretty serious kit. Crank, if we can get you to move back. Urgonaut, you move forward so you can tank. Chinook, you move there. Okay, you're fine where you are. Trigger's quite happy. Good news, doing well. Patrick, mate, any time you want to move back here, mate, that'd be great. You guys move up here. Give Patrick a chance. Belikar is just face tanking a whole bunch of bugs, so let's push through, give him some relief. You guys, how we all doing? Yeah, we're dealing with the bugs. Alright, one of the donkeys is back up. Let's go change the zones over for the donkeys quick so they don't go and get themselves all killed. And we are going to need to expand the zone here. So let's go expand zone 2 so the donkeys can get onto their sleeping spots so we can heal them up. How long have you got? You got 5 hours. Do you mind resting? How long you got? 5 hours. 3 hours. 4 hours. Okay, looks like the donkeys should be okay. And now we just got to push forward. Get Belikar out. He face tanked that pretty good. Cool. That's all done. Okay, off here, guys. Let's go and rescue the donkeys. Run from fire. Where's our other donkey that was down just there? Rescue. Okay, that's all the donkeys should be rescued and coming back here, and then we can go heal them up. As for tend, I think we go with no medical care. Well, not no medical care. Just doctor care. Just so we can get to them quicker, because by the time we run down, get some medicine to come back up, well, it wouldn't make any difference. We haven't got any heal root. We haven't grown any yet. So, yeah. I mean, any of you seen Animal Farm? You know the bit with Boxer in the horse cart? That's basically what this is. It's like, you can either get better, or you can be turned into food. It's your choice. Thankfully, there isn't a glue mechanic in this game. Otherwise, that'd be quite dark, even for me. Yeah, we're going to lose a couple donkeys. It looks like a couple of them might survive. Yeah, we lost one. Not a massive issue. Just got reinforced walls researched, which is super good. These things are pretty tanky. For hit points, what are we looking at? 1,530, which is really good for us. We're going to start with the embrasures first, and then we're going to go, after they're done, we're going to go strip out the wooden barricades, and then we'll put walls in instead. That's going to give us better cover. We're also going to need to start lipping the kill zone around, so we can actually shoot everything coming through. Because once we put the walls in, we aren't going to be able to shoot on a couple of them at the top end, which is going to be obviously a slight issue, not something that we super want, but something that we are going to need to work on in time. And once again, some more Drow. They are really dislike us. Let's go see what's actually happening on the world map. So the Drow do have a couple bases, but they're not near us. So these little like flamey things, these are all the Drow. So they're doing quite well along here. Then they have a solid holdout in this section, but there seems to be nothing really to the north. White Hand's doing okay. Quarians are doing really well along there. But yeah, there's not a massive amount of them. There's just this section and that section. So it might be worth us going out and picking a fight with them, just to like start knocking them back. Also give us a chance to go and get Mickey back from them, because obviously we don't like the fact that they went and kidnapped him. But they'll be coming in to attack. We've only changed a couple things. We've just put a couple chitin turrets that we picked up in the base raids here, just to discourage sappers from coming through. And that being said, we do have someone out here. GNU? Oh, I thought you had a bow then. I was going to be like, you weirdo, what are you doing? Okay, cool. We'll get GNU back. He should make it in time. I don't think he's got anything that should slow down his speed too much. No, he seems to be alright, other than he does have the jacket on. And for health, yeah, no, he's cool. He should be able to come around, loop down, and get in here before the Drow catch up with him. And just from the way this is set, he shouldn't be in their line of fire for too long. So yeah, GNU will be fine. You two don't have defensive positions, which makes sense. I haven't set you any. You go here, and board. Let's go there. Okay, these two are going to need names, so if you'd like to name them, just message down below. It doesn't matter if you already named someone, it is cool. It's going to be first come, first serve. You can name as many Vulture as you like. If I could word properly, that'd be great. Yeah, first one in, got pretty much obliterated. The others are coming in now. These guys have starting to get a bit more armor on them. So that guy's got what? That's probably like recon armor, it looks like. That's going to be recon armor there. He's pretty happily hidden. But it's cool. If they go into this area and they start forming up, yeah, we're just going to shoot the wall through. Incendiary grenades in a cave. Always, always brilliant. So, well played, Crank. Well played. And yeah, they're retreating again. They don't have much of a stomach for a fight, it would appear. And now, let's have a little ganders. I want to see if any of them have critical stacks. So what we can do is we can just go here. Okay. The body doesn't have a cortical stack. And let's go check for bionics. So no bionics on any of them, but what we will do is the ones that are in armor we are going to strip, because that is stuff we will be able to sell. And we can do it for a couple of helmets, and we've got a couple guys that aren't really in any armor, so if we can get them something, that'll be pretty decent. Oh, and the Mech IV is straight behind. We haven't even moved away from that area. Fires are just out, that's all we managed to do. Okay, vanilla mechs. You know, I like fighting vanilla mechs. They're nice and they're weak, and they're a plasteel delivery system. That's saying about the mechs. We have got machining tables being put in now, so we're going to be able to strip them down and make a whole bunch of plasteel out of them. So a group of lancers shouldn't be too dangerous. I mean, don't get me wrong, like, if they hit 4-tack in the brain, then that is going to be an issue, but let's hope that doesn't happen. Centipedes are way away, and then we've just got pikemen behind that. Whoa, that is a nice amount of compacted machinery. What are you, uranium ore? Don't mind if I do. Some jade. Very nice stuff. Centipedes have finally shown up, so we should just be able to absolutely nuke them apart. Not a massive issue. We did run into a little complication with the pikemen. So the pikemen have quite long range, so they could come around this corner and basically just sit here where this one is and like plink away at our guys. The second pikeman didn't have as much of an angle, so it moved in and then just got nuked because it's close range. So we will need to work on this, but right now I'm just kind of having fun just seeing how this kill zone like develops over time by itself. Because any place that they try to hide, it just gets blown apart. Okay, did go on an assaulting spree, but you know he's a Krogan. That's kind of in their nature. Okay, so this is different. Got a raid from Aura coming in. Bunch of medieval savages. A couple of them with a rifle, flintlock, whatever. Now they're tunneling through this bit of the kill zone. which isn't ideal, has to be said. I think I am going to let them tunnel through. So then what we can do is what we also need to do here, which is put in the granite reinforced walls into that section. So we'll leave that section there open. Yeah, that'll be cool. And then we go embrasures along here. And then yeah, we'll just fill this section here with reinforced walls, so we know next time that that's where they'll try to come through. Then they're less likely to do it. But the earlier on in the game that we can find out the weak points that the sappers want to come through, the better it's going to be for us, because it's going to make it easier to defend. So when there's a natural raid that'll be dangerous, we have defences in place. Now let's just let them tunnel through and shoot them in the face. That did not turn out well for him at all. We're breached to the outs of the defences, and then just like slotted straight into the noggin. Ah, oh, bad day for you, bro. Bad day for you. And that's just a chem shield delivery system. And now they want to escape this way. Quarians, do you have beef with them? No. Fantastic. Anyway, we are cool with the Quarians now. They are allies, so they might not do too much. And it looks like we got some Solarian settlers coming in as well. So let's go trade with them. Not that we're expecting much from them, but they might have something. So let's reinforce this section here. So we're going to go reinforced granite walls like that, then here, then there, and then down this section to there. So what we have is we have the smarter construction. So our guys are going to be able to build that, and they might only mess up on 1 or 2 of the bits, which is going to be super useful, because in standard vanilla Rimworld, you try to do that, you are in for a bad time. And also, let's haul this stuff out from here so it doesn't all burn by accident. And we are moving these mechanoids slowly, very slowly, across to here where we can start processing them down. And our little storeroom is nearly full, so let's go catch that on fire. If anyone knows of a way to like automate it, that would be amazing. 4-tack didn't quite seem a Krogan-y enough. So if we look at his little bio, he's persuasive and sanguine, right? Which aren't 2 traits that I would describe a Krogan as. But what I would describe a Krogan as is abrasive and bloodlust. So we have found a trait releaser for bloodlust, so we have brought that to give to 4-tack. And if we go on to Okia, what does he have? He's got psychopath, hard worker, neurotic, composed, trigger happy. And then we got psychopath, misandrous, abrasive and efficient on Urgnot. And then we got transhumanist, industrious, sanguine and bloodlust on Grugon. So I think we will give bloodlust to 4-tack. And I reckon we also give it to Okia. So this means that when they kill things, they're going to get happy for it, which is really good for us. And we have just got some good news. We now have bionics researched. With this, we're going to be able to start creating our bionic spines. Those bionic spines make a massive difference to the Vulture, because the Vulture continuously fail basic tasks just because of the way they are written. But with the bionic spines, it's going to make their like crafting, construction, basically everything better, because they get extra manipulation and extra speed. And we also have a couple of our Vulture who have spinal fusion from getting shot in the spine. So we can get that sorted. They're nice and cheap. I think there's like 6 components and 80 plasteel, which is something that we can't afford at the moment. So we're going to have faster, stronger, better Vulture as a result. But yeah, they are good at mining, and that's just about the only thing they are good at. Oh, and getting shot and then getting back up and then being really annoying to kill. They're really good at that as well. This is quite an expensive way to deal with what we are doing. But if we make the plasteel tool shelves, they can contain 8 like items of clothing, right? You make them out of plasteel, and plasteel can't burn. So we can fit 8 times more kit into here. So that means we only have to do it 1/8 of the time. So let's drop a couple of these in. It is a very expensive way to do it. Or actually, if I was just being smarter, can we make them out of granite? Yes, we can. Okay, cool. We're just going to drop these in with granite, which means that we can burn all of this without worrying about everything else burning down, which is going to be super useful for us. And if I could put these in the right place, that'd be amazing. So this is what we have ended up with. Is it overkill? Yes. Is it going to work? Yes. Is it going to be worth it? Yes. But it's going to be good. It's going to take a lot of work to get this done, because shelves take a while to make. Vulture like failing things. So there we go, just 2 fails right there back to back. We have got the tool cabinet because we have just finished complex furniture. And with that, what we can do is if we go structures, actually furniture, we can now start putting in some beds for the old Vulture. And then also what we're going to be able to do is get Vortex room and do that properly as well. So now the Vulture are going to have beds, which they're going to like, which is going to be good. So they're not going to get as many mood debuffs. And they're going to rest a little bit quicker. And also have an extra mood debuff from the comfort, which they didn't have before. We just need to get a whole load of wood now. Now this seems like something that we might be interested in, a fear cluster. So the Fallen Imperium is making a request. A mechanoid swarm has been attacking her settlement. She wants you to signal the mechs to distract them as well she clears the hive. If you do, a mechanoid cluster will land at not a real place. The pod contains a toxic spear, which is fine, a countdown activator, which is fine, 6 gloom lights, 3 mech capsules, 6 mech assemblers, 6 mech drop beacons, 2 auto inferno turrets, 2 mini slugger turrets and 1 auto charge turret. And then we can also get a bunch of stuff. Now, what is going to sell for the most? I think we go for the gold because we have a whole bunch of uranium. Oh, we also got given a bunch of janissaries. Okay, let's just kill off those janissaries then. You guys run this way and just go in and shoot everything. We don't want the janissaries in our base. We are doing okay on food, but we're not doing amazing. Let's put you on hold fire. And what is going to be about the most annoying thing that they have here? I think we just see if we can get these guys all just to nuke down this. So let's go H and let's go B. Can you guys get it before you die? Because if we take that out, then all the mechs are just going to come for us. And we really don't care about the janissaries. They're just going to be an unnecessary resource drain. Okay, cool. The mechanoids have woken up. Let's focus down that. Yeah, mom. You guys have got this. Cool. And now let's go this way. If we can just take out the turrets, then we don't have too much to worry about because our guys won't come up here and get taken out. Fantastic. We're doing alright. Everything into this. Not a bad little janissary group, this guy. Well, this group. And then any of them that die, yeah, again, not a big issue. Because we just turn them into chem fuel. And we got like a free mech cluster and a bunch of stuff. And a whole bunch of disposable people to do all the dirty work for us. And then as those mechs spawn in, they're going to come down and attack our base. What's left? They got what, like mini slugger turret here. Man, these guys are tough. They are doing really well for themselves. Super impressed. Impressed enough that I'll let you die for me. Cool, keep coming down. Do they have anything else that we can blow up? No, not really. Come on. Ah. Oh, well, they're dead. Mech cluster's pretty much dealt with. And let's just remove all the stuff in this area so our guys don't come through until we're ready to go up and clear it. Sweet. Well, for us, that was super worthwhile. Not for them, though. They're dead. Ooh, okay, this is cool. This guy has a cortical stack. Nice. That's what we need. We need a bunch of cortical stacks. So once we get, say, Crank, if we want, what we can do is we remove Crank's cortical stack, and then we copy that onto the other cortical stacks after we've made them blank. And we are working on the human sleeves. We're not super close to it, but we're not super far away from it either. So it's 16,000 on that. But before we do that, we're going into factory basics and then basic drone assembly so that we can get a bunch of hauler drones so we can just get everything moving a bit quicker. We are moving all the Krogan and the Vulture out. I think that this is going to be as good a time as any to take out these mechs. Because what we don't want to do is leave them and then one of our guys accidentally wanders up here and gets themselves killed. So once we have superior firepower and they're spread out, which they are at the moment, we can start taking them out. Which means we can take out the assemblers as well, so they're not going to get any more reinforcements. And we also want to get hold of that cortical stack before his body rots, because we don't want to lose it, because that is going to be a very important piece of kit for us. Let's move back, keep shooting, and this is going to be a nice easy mop-up exercise. All the heavy lifting was done by the Janissaries. Only thing they've really got that might cause any trouble is that centipede, but it's a heavy charge blaster, so it's falling pretty quickly. And I do super rate those, what are they called nowadays? It's like the Spacer Marksman rifle? Yeah. They are just wicked, and there is one over here. Stats wise, they don't look super good, but they just really, really are good. And also, we're just going to be able to get all of this before any of it burns and whatnot. It's going to be worthwhile. Let's go put that onto haul urgently. Who's going to pick that up? Chinook? Let's go swap you out with that. Allow everything here, and then we'll just go and destroy everything. 104 plasteel, 15 mechanoid components, and 14 regular components, plus all the stuff we're going to get from stripping down the mechanoids. So that was super worthwhile for us. The Batarians have arrived once more. They're going to try to siege us. But what I think we're going to do this time, because we can, is we're going to install a couple mortars along here. And we are just going to nuke them. And get that set so both of them are done. And then, yeah, we're just going to shell them from a distance. Means we don't need to run out and shoot them, then they can come to us. Which means the rest of our base can carry on doing what the rest of the base needs to do, instead of having to get everyone off to go and fight a bunch of these weird creature things. Wasn't a massive fan of them in Mass Effect. They're a cool concept, and they're interesting. But yeah, just didn't like them. So, let's go shell them until they die. To me, that sounds like a good thing. Okay, they got their mortar set up just before us, but we got a shell coming in right at them. And yeah, it looks like we just nuked their first mortar. That is really good. That's a good start for us. They managed to get some incendiary shells over here. But yeah, we just nailed them from a distance, and they don't really stand too much of a chance. Ooh, that is a nice round coming in there. They got in one coming back at us. Where is it gonna land? Ah, in our rice field. That's cool. We just keep shelling them and we win. Okay, cool. They're now attacking us. A1 to your defensive positions. And we got... yeah, we came out with a profit. We've got an extra shell. Well, an extra couple of incendiary shells and then some high explosive shells. And they're coming in a bit piecemeal this time round, so this should be nice and easy. And we also got the new kill zone set. So, Joven, you go there. Grugon, you need to be here, buddy. And so the idea is when they come in and they try to push through, they have to come up here. And the reason there's embrasures on this bit is 90% of the time things that try to push through here are close combat. So your guys can shoot them and pepper them to bits. And when you start getting really fancy, you extend it a bit and then you put sentry turrets into this area. And then, yeah, everything coming through just gets absolutely mangled. So as we'll see, the close combat guys are the ones that will try to push in. The other guys are going to start trying to hide in these areas. But they just get bottlenecked into here. Then as their fire support starts falling, they just get gunned from everyone else. Gotta be careful with it in Combat Expanded, because what will happen is your guys will start trying to shoot across and end up slotting themselves. So this guy comes here, he's now stuck in close combat with the Krogan, which is a bad time for everyone else, and they can't push through. And why don't we just drop down a... Oh no, that's going to hit our shields. Where is he? There we go. We'll catch him on fire, he's the annoying one. Once he's out of the way, that'll be cool. And all of our guys are getting a whole bunch of mood buffs from all of the killing. Look how happy they are. This is going to be great. So you have Sanguine mixed with Bloodlust and then a big old battle. That's going to be great. We're also going to need to put another like Krogan or two along here. We might give them shotguns as things develop. And then yeah, that's how that kill zone works. It works pretty well. Okay, got a whole bunch of tribals coming in. And it looks like they are... No, they're going to wait to attack. Which is a little bit annoying. We just used another medical neuro trainer on Grugon. So he's now up to level 16. Because we have our first bionic spine, which we will probably give to Crank as he's our builder. And then if you start giving it to the builders, they don't fail as often, and obviously if they don't fail as often, they build things a lot quicker, which works out super well for us. We're going to need to move you there and change that defensive position. And Grugon, we want you to move back to and save that defensive position. Okay, first slot's fleeing. That's a whole bunch of leather. And now we just got to wait for more of them to come in. So the last groups of the tribals are coming in. And yeah, they just pretty much not even getting around the corner. I would say I feel bad for them, but I don't. They chose to attack us. And I mean, as far as races from the Mass Effect universe go, it's probably Krogan are the ones that you don't want to mess with the most. Then it's probably the Praetorians, because they're slavers and they're just nasty, nasty. Then probably into the Solarians, because the Solarians won't fight you straight up. They'll attack you first, like, even though they're meant to come across as like the good guys. But yeah, they don't wait for a fight to happen. They already are in before the fight's happened. Or they just come in and sabotage everything that you have and mess you up. Or if it's from Mass Effect 3, they go and kidnap your women, which is why Rex doesn't like them and the Krogan don't like them, other than the Genophage, but details. I don't think Grugon's going to get down in time, but he might. And we have an infestation coming in here, so they're going to smash all of this stuff up, which is going to be super annoying. No, we'll close that, and Bellacar, you move back, bro. We don't want them going into this area. We are not ready for that. Too late. Cool. A1 form up. Defensive line along here. Actually, the door's just slightly open, so we might just be able to thread the needle. And yeah, get that in. And that is just going to spread like wildfire in there. And as soon as there aren't too many of them coming through, that door will close. And everything that's trapped will burn. And all of this rubbish will get burnt as well. Oh, there's just a bunch of chemtrails, so don't mind. Why are you still open? Nope, nope. Oh, because there's a bug in it. Cool. Okay, this didn't quite go to plan. Not at all, not even close to plan. I thought it was going to be like really smart, they're going to go in, and now we're just going to burn our base down instead. Yeah, don't play with fire, kids. It can go wrong. Okay, everyone off draft. Everyone's on not search and destroy, but attack on sight. But it does mean they're going to put out the fires in the meantime. And of course, Crank has now just banged out a grenade right into the middle of everything. Cool. I do like that flame grenade launcher though. That is such a good bit of kit. I think we dealt with that alright. It's only, what, 300 odd degrees in there. Once this bug burns away, or gets put out and we can haul it. Okay, pick up Mega Scarab. Cool. Everyone back. And let's stay away from that door. Away. Cool, everything in there is just going to burn and die, so we are not too bothered. The clothes will burn, but the racks won't. Other than the racks are just getting mashed up by the bug. So they will catch fire pretty soon. What's this, like nearly 1,000 degrees now? Man, that thing was like super resilient to flame. And all the clothes get burnt. Unfortunately, we did lose a bunch of the shelves and they are not cheap. So is that the best way to do it? Definitely not. That is not the way to do it. Does the steel burn is the next question. It doesn't look like it's going to, which is cool. And all you guys do what you want. And we just rebuild and carry on. So what do we lose? We lost a biofuel refinery and then a bunch of shelves. Out of everywhere they could have spawned, this is probably the best place for it, because this area needs to get burnt anyway. If they had spawned over here and taken these out, that'd have been an issue there. It are a little bit more expensive. And who went down? One of our guys went down. I can see a weapon there for some reason. Vortac, how did you go down? Seeing as we are now starting to produce our own bionic stuff, I think it is time that we make a proper hospital. So we're just going to put a hospital off the back of, well, the barracks for now. And then, oh no, I made that 8 across. Cool, we'll just do double door. And then into this section is where we're going to store the bionics and a bunch of the medicines. So we're going to have a nice little divide. And then we can go put some tiles in there. I think we're probably going to end up having to go with steel tiles because we haven't got the sterile flooring research yet. And we also have a bunch of other stuff that we need to do before that. So this is the best that we're going to have for the moment. Then once we get the sleever incubator, we can unlock the sleever pods. So they're basically like crypto sleep caskets. But they are insane. They're like plus 200% to surgery success chance. And then I think it's 240% to immunity gain speed. Not that vultures can really get taken out by an infections, other than we did see Conk get taken out by an infection at the start. But then he was an old vulture. He was like 15, so he's like an old man. And he died. Other than that, it was good. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Okay. Lion contacts you and requests help. She came across a small installation run by a rogue VI intelligence. Lion is a 49 CSEC officer, blah, 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 blah. We do not care about that. All we want to do is go fight the VIs. And where are you guys hidden? Nice and close. This is going to get us so many advanced components. How are we looking on the old donkey front? We got 4 donkeys, 2 of them are pregnant. Okay, how long until you guys give birth then? That's not saying. Okay, cool. Anyway, once we get those donkeys, once we get the extra 2, which hopefully is soon, we'll then head out and we will go and fight that VI. That is going to drop so much good kit. So we're going to be able to get a whole bunch of robots from that, because you can pick up the platforms because of minimize everything, which is awesome. And then we'll also need to take the resources with us that we need to build a machining table. With that machining table, we're going to be able to strip the mechanoids in the field. Well, the VI in the field. So the mechs. And they drop so many advanced components and plasteel. We're not going to be able to take everything back with us, which is going to be a bit of a shame. But what we can take back with us is going to be huge. Okay, well, this is odd. We just had a mechanoid ship come in and just landed straight inside the mountain. That sounds like they're fighting some bugs. Okay, let's go take this auto motor out soon as we can. Actually, what we are going to need to do is, if that explodes, it's going to take so much stuff out. I think I'm not too sure at the moment on what to do. We might just need to set up a new storeroom. Because if that explodes, it's got a big old explosion radius like this. And it's just going to take out a whole bunch of our good stuff. But if we can take it out quick enough, maybe it won't explode. I am going to need to think about that before we go in and get ourselves undone. Because we do not want that exploding and taking out a bunch of our stuff here, because we just can't replace it. We don't have the tech. For a little bit of cunning, I think we have it sorted. So everyone is set to ignore, so they won't shoot the turret. And then we went and built a roof over it and cannot fire because of roof. So for now, we have dealt with the auto mortar. We don't need to worry, but it does mean that we do have a mechanoid ship in here. And it sounded like they're fighting bugs, so there's going to be bugs in there as well. So we're going to have to be careful when we start digging. At least we go out and find a big old mechanoid ship, which either the mechs have one, which is going to be annoying, or there's going to now be a bug infestation that is growing in here. Either option is not a good one. I think I prefer to fight a whole bunch of mechs than the bugs slowly tunneling through and ending up in our base. So the plan is we're going to take everyone other than Board and Chinook. We don't really need to take any supplies with us, and all of the food that we can take. And that should put us in a pretty good situation. So it's going to take 1.3 days to get there, which is going to be fine. And then the other 2 that are staying, they can just go around and process all of this stuff. So we have one of them that's a builder, and then one of them that's the crafter. Okay, this is nuts. So Ugnaughts on a sad one, that kind of makes sense, but now we've just got 5 inspired travelling, which I think, and 1 inspired foraging. So yeah, that's pretty good. We should be there in absolutely no time. What is your speed and who are you? Trading Caravan of Aura. Okay, 21.5 tiles. Okay, now we've got another 2. Sweet, that's not bad. Okay, one of them was actually an inspired trade. We could go fight this caravan. Is that going to be worthwhile thinking about it? Let's carry... If they attack us, yeah, we'll go for it. If not, we will just continue straight to the VI. Okay, and then we've got a mechanoid cluster come in. Have you got anything good? Climate adjuster, and it's fairly small. What do you want? -10 temperature. That's fine. We can deal with that. What's going to happen? You going to attack us? No, they just let us pass. We could have gone and taken them out. We probably should have. But let's just focus down this VI because we need to get in and out before something happens to the base. This is the Rogue VI. So we got a whole bunch of Bashams coming at us and a bunch of the little low-key mechs with some turrets. But what we can do is we can take these over and we can take them back to the base. And we are going to have to go in and actually strip a bunch of things down. I forgot to bring the components to make the machining table. But yeah, these can all be broken down and that is going to be super useful for us. Let's get everyone this way. Those mechs are tough. They're kind of like centipedes almost, but a little bit better. So what are we looking at? 96% armor, that's pretty decent. And then onto their guns, if these have been updated. 18 damage, 27% armor penetration, burst count of 18. Terrible accuracy and a seriously long cooldown. So long as we move out the way, we should be fine. But in the meantime, because we don't want stray bullets hitting the donkeys, because we can't do too much about actually healing them, let's put this to area 1 right there, and then all of the donkeys onto that, because we are losing a lot of them. We do have overload, so we'll be fine dealing with a few of them, and we can also knock their shields out. That one's shields are already down. These little low-key mechs are absolutely nothing to worry about. We do have one push in this side. I don't think that is something that we need to worry about right now. You guys move this way, take that flank. You guys start pushing up along here. We do have one mass accelerator turret. Probably something that we want to stay out of the way of. Not that they do a crazy amount of damage, but they are tough enough to be a problem. But yeah, they're pretty tough, these mechs. That's not bad, fairly impressed. Do you want to just run up and punch that in the face and see what happens? I haven't had one of these really fighting close combat yet. So you move that side, you move there, and you move up here. How are we doing along here? This is all going pretty well. They aren't flammable. Manhunter pack. Manhunter pack of emus. Okay, that's fun. We'll have to deal with that in a little bit, but let's finish off this first. Yeah, all going all right on this side. Okay, turns out they were pretty good in close combat. Gnu's taking a bit of a kick in. Need you up here. Yeah, they are tough. Super tough. Scan EMP. No, nothing there. Overload. Okay, everything on one target, otherwise we're just not taking them down. Okay, looks like I triggered all the smoke belts by accident. Awesome. Turns out there's a hotkey for it. Hotkey is N. Everything on that. How we doing? That thing's going down slowly. This does not want to go down at all. Come on. Everything there. Okay, can't get through the shields. Gnu shields are back up and they're holding. Okay, cool. Now the shields are there. They can't get through. Okay, no, apparently they can. I just lied to you all. Terribly sorry about that. Let's move this way. Loki mech kind of sucks. They are not worth the money, the Loki mechs. But the Basher mechs, they are super good. And what did he drop? Okay, let's go. Saw a little spot here. And rescue him as soon as we can. You guys push this way, and Ajik, can you do us a solid? Can you pick up that Alliance battle rifle so we don't lose it? And we'll take these guys and push down, and I think that this should all be ours. If we can knock out the power, So deconstruct these. And what we might be able to do if we're being sneaky is take those turrets for ourselves. Okay, let's go and claim all, seeing as everything's been defeated. Can we claim the turret? Not just yet. So, you guys come this way. Don't fire at will for the moment. We have a big brain plan. Come on when you're ready. Yep. Come on. And we should be able to take that in a second. So what we've decided to do, so we've got the machining table going in so we can break down the big mechs. We've also got a comms console and we're going to put down a trade beacon. So with the trade beacon we're going to be able to sell off everything that we can't carry with us. Hopefully, so long as we don't get too much silver. Which would be terrible. I'd hate to have that much silver that we couldn't carry it back with us. But it does mean we are going to be able to buy other things. Now, these prefab components do sell for a decent amount, so that's 16. They won't sell for that, but that is their market value, which is quite nice. And obviously all of this stuff's going to get moved out. We're stripping down these batteries, we're destroying all of the heaters, and that should give us enough components to build that, and that. Now back at the actual base, it turns out those emus that I might have forgotten about are causing a slight problem. Not a massive one. They should be dealt with fairly quickly. If we can just get the angle and give them the slip, then we can catch them outside. No, you're caught in the corner. You're in trouble. Chinook, move back. And see if you can't shoot that before it gets too close. Okay, cool. There's one down. I think you should be able to fight one in hand-to-hand combat. How is your shield holding up? Was holding up. Okay, cool. You got a gap. Run. Run! And shoot. Come on, come on. Cool. Yeah, they aren't too strong, so as soon as we can get a couple shots off, we are fine. You guys move this way. You want to take it down anytime soon? There we go, cool. I think that's all of the emus dealt with. So, Manhunter pack, and what? And now let's go back to the Rogue VI site, which seems to be coming along quite nicely. Okay, just some more emus showed up apparently. Caravan's been detected. The Mech is coming in, and the Asari over here, wherever they've gone, have now gotten a fight with the Mechanoid cluster, which then triggered the bugs. So, yeah, thankfully the Asari are hard as nails. The Asari should be fine. And that just happened. Okay, cool. That's a big old explosion. Awesome. If the Asari survive, they might be able to come down and help us out with our little man-hunting emu problem, which I think they might be. No, that's Chinook again. Yeah, I don't know where those guys must have gone off to hide, but it was somewhere. What's over here? Okay, some ciphers coming around into the base. I mean, I'm not going to say it's going great, but it's not too bad. Let's see if we can't get this area sorted so we can get out nice and quick time. So this is the Loki mech, and that got broken down into 4 advanced components, 6 prefab components, and 42 plasteel. So yeah, those guys are super worth breaking down. We have just tried to nuke out as much of the things that were taking the power as we could, because that was an issue that we kept running into was, well, there was just no power here. Once we've got a few more things hauled across into here, we'll get Grugon to go to the comms trader, and then hopefully with that, we can sell off almost everything off, and then what we can take, we do take, and then, yeah. Okay, and another one just respawned as well. That is kind of cool. Bit of a bug. Like, you do this properly, you could just farm so many advanced components, it would be insane. We're not going to do that, we are going to move the first chance we get. But just something to know, I guess. That's quite toasty. We've got a bunch of the medieval tribals coming in back at the base. And our base burnt down. How did that happen? We've got no notifications, we've got nothing. Okay. Well, that's not ideal. What realistically did we lose? I don't think anything too much. Oh, yeah, I get what happened. So we let these guys attack on site. Clearly one of them then came in and shot the mortar, which then exploded, causing a fire, which has made this happen. So a bunch of components we've lost, that's for sure. We've got 2 advanced components, which means we must have lost like 8. Lost all the bionic parts and the architect arm. And Asari Union's coming in to help. Right, okay, let's figure this out. I think we go here, extinguish this fire, because I don't think too much of it's going to spread this way for the moment. If we can deal with that, that is. Oh well, that VI trip has been quite fun. It's been eventful, hasn't it? And I think with that, I'm going to wrap up the episode. Thank you very much for watching. I've been Konzi, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.